What's good, Knicks fans? Welcome to another edition of Knicks Latest, your go-to YouTube channel for everything New York Knicks. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, like this video, drop a comment. I do take your comments. I use it for content throughout the show. I respond to questions, answer to criticisms, all that good stuff. It's all fun and games here at Knicks Latest. We are cheering on the New York Knicks in the most anticipated Knicks season since the Ewing era, a year where the Knicks can finally call themselves NBA Finals contenders, trying to gather as many Knicks fans as possible, objective Knicks fans, but die-hard Knicks fans who are going to root for the team. That's the type of community we're trying to build here at Knicks Latest. So make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, and make sure you comment on the video. Let's get right into it. The Knicks beat the Timberwolves 195, a game that went into overtime, an ugly game, so to say. Some good things, some bad things, but, you know, for me, the main takeaway, again, the Knicks playing faster, you know, pushing the basketball, hard cuts in the half court. Their defense was very intense today. That's probably one of the main things I took away today was the Knicks came with a lot of defensive pressure, again, with another highlight with Jalen Brunson diving on the floor, passing it to Mikal Bridges, alley-oop to Yabusele. I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of highlight reel type plays from the New York Knicks this season. But, you know, mainly we're watching this game, a preseason game, for the process, right? Again, that's what I'm saying. It's the process. And, you know, it's the third preseason game. To me, to what I can see, we really haven't seen any offensive sets yet or plays. You know, more of kind of just like a philosophy with Mike Brown. So I was kind of hoping that we would see some type of like, okay, this is an established play that we're running. And this is something that we're going to use, but it's more kind of like like a weave up top, man in the corner, and then, you know, a flasher to the top of the key, and then working off of that, which is fine. Mike Brown said they're basically working on principles before they implement any really type of half-court plays or anything like that. But, you know, would still like to see a little more. You know, I know we're in a third preseason game. You know, Jalen Brunson here had played 27 minutes. Bridges played 25. I'm not saying they didn't run any set plays, but for the most part, it is just kind of push the basketball, sprint to the corner if you're a shooter, and then work all dribble handoffs, which is fine. But that's seems like it's a main principle for Mike Brown. Everyone keeps moving. You cut hard to the lane. You don't stay in the lane long. If you don't get the ball, you move out. Keep the spacing very far apart, you know, all that good stuff. I like what I see. Definitely want to see more implemented in the half court, though. And, you know, it's the preseason, so we're not going to get everything right away. Obviously, they're still kind of implementing things. It's early on in the year. But overall, the Knicks are picking up the pace, and they are shooting more threes, which is what Mike Brown wants to do. The defensive intensity is still there, which I like a lot. They're running on fast breaks. They're turning teams over. The Timberwolves had 23 turnovers today, so that's a great job by the New York Knicks forcing turnovers. To continue with this team, the good and the bad. The good for me is the bench unit. I feel really good about this bench unit. Now, Jordan Clarkson comes in, he chucks a lot of shots. He's somebody who, when they first signed him, I wasn't really too happy about, just because I'm somebody who likes ball movement. I like good shot selection. Jordan Clarkson's going to drive me crazy throughout the year, but there is some good as well. He is a good passer when he wants to be. Deuce McBride came in. He played a little bit with the starters. That's something I was looking forward to as well. A couple minutes there. Didn't shoot too well, but again, good defensively, good energy. Malcolm Brogdon played 9 minutes only. Shamet played 13. To me, Brogdon looked like the better player of the two. Shamet missing his shots for the most part. Brogdon seems to be more involved with the offense and orchestrating it. I'm wondering whether or not, you know, Shamet is on his outs here. We'll talk about that in a second. Huck Porty, I think, looked really good. He's somebody who I think could play himself into a rotation spot. You know, he's really athletic, man, and we're looking for a backup center for Mitch. I know that we don't want to sacrifice defense, but Huck Porty, if you channel his energy right defensively, you might be able to get a decent defensive center there. So, you know, we'll see what Mike Brown does there, but I thought Huck Porty played well. 11 minutes, he only had 2 points, but it was a plus 15 on the floor. So, you know, for me, not too much bad. The Knicks have to work on their three-point shooting. You know, they're pushing the pace, and they're putting an emphasis on shooting three-pointers, but they shot 26% from three, and they have not shot well in these 3 games. I think they're shooting just above 25% from three. Mike Brown did say that, you know, they are a fantastic three-pointing team, like the people they have on the roster, and they're going to keep shooting, and I do agree with that. You know, hopefully during the season starts, it starts dropping. I don't think this team's a 25% three-point shooting team. Cat struggled from 3 today. Brunson struggled from the floor a little bit. Bridges had a good game. But for the most part, Cat's going to hit those shots. Brunson's going to hit threes. He went 1 for 6 from 3. And OG went 2 from 6. Had a really difficult 3 over Gobert earlier. But, I don't think I'm worried about the three-point shooting just yet. Let me know in the comments if you're worried about the three-point shooting, because I'm not worried yet. But it is a new style of basketball. It is a more up-tempo style of basketball, and that's something you do have to get used to. You're getting your threes different, right? Jalen Brunson, last year, a lot of his threes were coming off the dribble, coming off screens, pick and rolls, and things of that nature. I'm not saying he's not going to have that this year, but, Mike Brown did say that Brunson's going to be more off ball, and not that Brunson can't shoot off ball, but, it's just a different type of three, different type of rhythm. Maybe he's not leading the break. He's running the break, spotting up, so just looking out for that. Hopefully the Knicks shooting is better once the season starts. Again, this is game 3. It's not like this is the end-all, be-all. You want to see the process over the results. And the process right now seems pretty good to me. All right, roster update. Again, there are no roster updates. McCullough didn't play today. Don't really expect him to make the team anyway. Probably get a two-way or be in the G League. Tyler Kolek, I thought played well, but I think he's going to be on his way out. Dadier was okay today as well. I really think the final spot is going to Malcolm Brogdon. That's what I think, and I think if they create another spot, I think it might go to Garrison Matthews. He seems to be more offensively potent with Mike Brown's system than Landry Shamet right now. Landry has played okay. Like I said, he missed his shots today. Garrison did hit 2 3-pointers. He seems to be more of the lethal option. He runs the break better than Shamet, in my opinion. It seems like he has more chemistry, even though Shamet was on the team last year. I think Garrison Matthews has really stood out to me in these preseason games, and I'm wondering if it's the same for Leon Rose and company. I think it's going to be Brogdon for sure, but then after that, it wouldn't surprise me if they go Matthews over Shamet. And I told you before, it wouldn't surprise me either if they open up more spots and it's Landry Shamet, Garrison Matthews, and Malcolm Brogdon. I just don't know who that third player would be because, there was some things about maybe moving Huck Porty. He didn't really have much value, but after this preseason, I think his value might have went up, but also I think the Knicks might want to keep him for a backup center. So if I had to guess right now, roster update, I think it goes Brogdon. I'm still going to say it's Shamet just because of his connections for the team last year, but I think Matthews has a really good shot at making the team. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Who do you think is making the roster? Let me know what you think of the Knicks' 195 win over the Minnesota Timberwolves. Didn't talk Julius, didn't talk Dante. It doesn't really matter. It's preseason. Don't really care about the Timberwolves right now. Don't want to get into it. It's more about the process of the New York Knicks. But let me know in the comments what you think about the game. Drop a comment, like the video. I'll see you next week for the episode of Knicks Latest. Peace.